Hello, hello. We're gonna hang on and just see if we can get other people in here. Oh, I got some crazy hair today. Let me see. Just warming up just a little bit here. I apologize, I have a little cold going on, so probably have to stop and blow my nose here and there. Just warming up those legs, warming up those knees a little bit. Getting them ready to work. If you have a bike at home, if you have a treadmill, if you have a rower, if it's nice enough to go outside and you want to go for a little 5 or 10 minute walk before you work out, that's great. It's just going to warm up your body, get it ready for working out. Especially if we can warm up those muscles that we're going to be using. So if we're doing a lower body workout, we're going to be using those legs. We want to warm those legs up. We want to do those exercises that'll get it warmed up a little bit. So for today, since we're going to be doing lower body, I just want you to warm up. We're going to warm up with some just standard squats. We're going to go down, and you don't have to go down overly far. Just take your time, warming things up, sitting back, pushing off the floor with your feet. Just warming things up. Nice strong core. Doesn't need pulling that belly button into the spine. I want you to flare those ribs. Take a deep breath. Feel those ribs expand and then bear down, right? That's going to help to lock in those core muscles, help to protect that lower back for when you are doing those leg movements. So even with each movement before you go down, you can go deep breath in and bear down. Nice stacked rib cage over your pelvis. Okay? So we're just warming up those legs just a minute. And if you can't go this low, if your range of motion right here this is all you can go, that's just fine. Before we actually load things up and put more weight into it, I want you to get better range of motion. So don't add weight until after you're able to get down just a little bit lower, okay? The lower body workout today, we are gonna start with an activation exercise. Sorry, I'm gonna get winded really easily just because I'm fighting this bug here. We're going to do an activation exercise called a glute bridge. So I'm gonna lay on the floor on my back, and I'm gonna put both of my feet about shoulder width apart, and I'm gonna bring my butt up all the way up to the ceiling. I'm gonna squeeze at the top, and then I'm gonna release and go down. And up and squeeze, and down. I'm gonna do 10 of these. Squeeze, and down. You should be able to feel both sides of your rear end, both sides of your glute. If you don't, I want you to adjust those feet closer to your body or a little further away until you do. Because I want this to activate your glutes. Keep breathing. Good, let's do 4 more. And you keep track on your own, obviously. And 3, don't hurry through these. And 4. All right, let's pull those knees in, just rock gently back side to side. And we'll do 1 more set of those before we actually get into the real meat of the workout, okay? So take just a little bit of rest, and let's go back into 1 more set. So feet shoulder width apart, coming up to the ceiling, pause, and release. And up, pause, release. 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 4 more, and 8, and 9, and last one, 10. All right, that's it for our activation exercises. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna do the rest of the workout. So for our first exercise, we're gonna do a dumbbell sumo squat. And I will try to look every now and then, I get a little closer to my phone so I can see if anybody has any questions, but I apologize if I don't answer questions because my phone's a little bit far away from me so I can't necessarily see it. And with life eyes, I need cheaters to read anything. Yeah, so if you do have any questions that don't get answered during this live workout, feel free to just send me a message or even comment under this live and I can answer you. All right, so our first exercise in today's workout is our dumbbell sumo squat. What I want you to do is, if you're new to the sumo squats, if you don't necessarily feel comfortable or you're not able to get down to any degree, I don't want you to weigh them down. I don't want you to add weights. Just focus on the motion first. Good form always before adding extra weight. So good form is just going to mean that we're able to sit back. I want you to push off the floor right by the ball of your foot and the inside of your foot here. So you're almost going in just a titch with your feet, but I want you to push off the floor rather than thinking about your legs lifting you. I want you to push up off the floor, not quite that hard, but just pushing off the floor, just like that. So work on that first, work on that range of motion, see if we can get down just a little bit lower, and then slow down eccentric and up, and then we're gonna add weight once we have good range of motion. All right? And we are gonna do, sorry, I forgot to write down here how many repetitions we're gonna do. So we're gonna do 10 reps today. So 10, we're gonna go down and up, and take your time. When we go slow on that eccentric movement downwards, that's where we're gonna see muscle build. All right? Keep breathing. There's 5, let's do 5 more. 6 and 7. I think actually that our workout today was just 8 reps. So we'll do 8 because I don't want to do something different. All right, so that was our sumo squat. Now we're going to do a circuit of these 5 exercises. The sumo squat, the stationary lunge, the deadlift, the wall sit, and then the jump squat. We're going to try to get through all of those exercises 5 times. Now, when you are doing these workouts, maybe you have a little less time, maybe you have a little more time. You can maybe do 2 sets, maybe you do 4 sets, depending on whatever time that you have and however hard you want to go. If you're brand new to this, maybe you can only do 10 or 15 minutes, and that's totally fine, okay? Because that's progress. It's better than what you were doing before. All right, our next exercise is the stationary lunge. So this one, first we're just gonna work on form, okay? We're not gonna add weights quite yet. Stationary lunges, we're gonna have 1 foot forward, 1 foot backwards. They do not have to be in a line because you're gonna be able to keep your balance much better if that foot behind you is back and over to the side just a little bit, right? This front leg is the leg that's doing the work, okay? So this guy, I don't want him doing much. He's just hanging out back there and he's keeping us stable. If you find you struggle to keep balance while you're doing these, find a focal point in front of you about 2 feet out and focus on that. You'll find that it's a lot easier to maintain your balance as you're doing that. With these, if you can't go down as low, maybe you can only do this. And you know what? That's okay. We're gonna work up, we're gonna increase flexibility, we're gonna increase range of motion as you go. So do what you can do, okay? The ultimate goal, yes, it's all the way down and all the way up. Okay, we did 8. We're gonna flip legs, do the other side. All right, that front leg is doing the work, right? Nice strong core. I never want your back to be hurting. There's 5, 6, and 7, and 8. You can always start the first round without any weight at all, just to warm things up, and then maybe you add weight after the fact. All right, moving on to the next. The next exercise is our dumbbell deadlift. Now this one, we can warm up just by doing something called good mornings, okay? So that's that nice strong core. With deadlifts, they're a hip hinge. They're not a squat. So what that means is we're gonna hinge, our butts are gonna go straight back, and we're gonna just paint the front of our legs with those dumbbells. We're gonna feel this in our hamstrings, the back of our legs. That's where, and in our glutes as well, okay? So our feet are gonna be closer together, pointing straight forward, going down. We're just warming it up right now. We don't need to add weights quite yet. Nice strong core. 2. Just warming it up. Slow on the way down, and then pop it up. Good, let's do 3 more. And last one. Good, we'll add weight with that one. That was just a warm up. The next time. So the next exercise we're gonna do is a wall sit. And so I'm going to put my little moving camera on. We'll see if this works, all right? So it should follow me. Ah, yay, it's following me. So come on over to a wall. Oh, it's looking a little cockeyed, isn't it? So just go over to a wall wherever you are. We're gonna do a wall sit for 30 seconds. Now, if you can't go down and hold any kind of degree of wall sit, then just come up and down, or maybe you come down to a bench or a chair. You can do this and rest and come up. All right? We're gonna do a wall sit for 30 seconds. So go down to as low as you can go. It's gonna make those quads burn. I want you to push your back into the wall. I can't do this because I have a bench rail here. That's just gonna help you to engage that core. All right, hold on, I gotta find my 30 seconds. There it is. All right, you're gonna feel those legs, they're gonna be a little on fire. Now, if this is something that's really hard for you, start with 10 seconds. Work your way up to 15, work your way up to 20, okay? You don't have to jump to 30 all at once. And if you're somebody who is very fit and this is no big deal for you, maybe you want to add weight. You could add a dumbbell. You could hold a dumbbell, you could hold a med ball. You could make it longer. Anything that's going to challenge you, okay? And that was 30 seconds. Good job. All right, the last exercise in this set of exercises is a jump squat. So we're just going to come down into a squat, hop off the ground, okay? Squat, and I want you to come off the ground, whatever's comfortable for you. If you have a hard time actually getting off the ground, or if you have a hard time squatting, I want you to adjust it or change it up to whatever works for you. Okay, we're gonna do 10 of these. Three more. Last one. And that's a jump squat. All right, have a drink. We're gonna do 2 more sets. We're doing good for time. It's been 15 minutes in total. We should be able to get through 2 more sets in the next 15 if I can keep my mouth closed, right? Whew. This cold is kicking my butt. All right. So we're going to do that sumo squat, and we're going to put a dumbbell with it this time. If you're just working on range of motion, don't put any weight. Just do it without anything. And you know what? Your legs are a stronger muscle. You could probably handle doing heavier weights with these, okay? I want you to hold the dumbbell here. I like to hold it at the top of the bell. Let it hang down right nice and close to your body. We're gonna do 8 of these. And it's okay to lean over a little bit. That's just the natural way your body moves. Keep breathing. Nice slow down and up. Nice, slow down and up. 3 more. Good, and last one. Beautiful. Okay, the next exercise, we're going to do that stationary lunge. Now, if you're just working on range of motion, don't add any weight to it. If you want to challenge yourself, grab 2 dumbbells. We're going to put 1 foot in front of the other. All right, we're just going to come down. Keep those dumbbells on either side of that working leg, because he's the guy doing the work. She's the guy doing the work, right? There's 4. Let's do 4 more. There's 7. And last one. Nice. Kick those legs out. Kick those tires, and let's flip it to that other side. I'll go straight forward this time. Okay? There's 1. Nice strong core. There's 6, 2 more. And last one. Okay, that was our stationary lunge. Catch your breath for just a quick sec. Sorry, my camera's moving all over. Now we're gonna do the dumbbell deadlift. We're gonna add weight to it. All right? So if you're brand new to these, you're like, how much weight should I add? Grab a couple tons, that's fine. Okay? Let me see if my camera moves. Come on, you. There we go. Okay, perfect. It's my husband's Christmas present to me, and I'm still getting used to how to use it. All right, so dumbbell deadlift. I'm gonna go from the side so you can see. It's that hip hinge, right? So those dumbbells are straight in front of us. We're rolling those shoulders back. We're engaging that core at the top of each rep. So breathe in, flare those ribs, bear down, and paint the front of those legs. Reset. Shoulders back, core engaged. And 3, nice, slow down, and up. And 4. And 5. 3 more. And last one. All right, there was our deadlifts. Now we're gonna go back and do our wall steps again. Okay, follow me, Mr. Camera. Wall sits. So I'm gonna turn my timer on for 30 seconds again. Let's go down into a nice sit. If you can get nice parallel with those quads to the floor, that's great. Push that back into the wall. Nice deep breaths. Relax. This is your time to take a breather. We're almost done. And that was 30 seconds. All right, last exercise is our jump squats. So let's go down into that squat and hop off the ground. These are called plyometrics. They are amazing for bone health. So what helps our bones, that gravity on our bones, helps them to get stronger. All right, let's do 2 more. Woohoo! Okay, there was 2 sets. We're gonna do 1 more set. Have a quick drink. Get finished up. How are we doing? We still have 9 minutes left. We're doing awesome. Trying to keep under that 30-minute time limit. Woo! So, I was looking at my calendar, and I think I'm going to plan on doing lives this week on Wednesday and Friday. Wednesdays will be at 7 a.m. because I want to try to get different times so that depending on everyone's schedule, they're able to actually make it to at least one live workout, which would be amazing. So the next one will be at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, and then Friday it'll be at noon. Wednesday we'll be doing the upper body. Friday we'll be doing the full body workout. All right? So put them on your calendar. I hope you can make it. This is where I can show you some regressions or progressions of exercises so that you can make it work for whatever level of physical fitness or activity that you are currently doing or what you're currently able to do. All right, so let's go through. We're going to do one more set. We're going to do that sumo squat. Now, I want you to think about when you did this exercise the last time. Whatever weight you were using, how many more did you feel like you could do? If you feel like I could have gone all day, I want you to go up in weight with each set. Because right now, if you're new to strength training, you're still learning. You're still figuring out what is a good number for your body. But what we do know is we need to challenge those muscles. And the only way we can challenge them is by increasing the number of repetitions, the number of sets, the amount of weight. We're going to talk about this more in our master classes. We're going to take a deep dive into how we truly can be efficiently building muscle, because that's what we need to do. We want to get stronger with age rather than get weaker with age, right? Like I was saying, if you felt like you could go on forever with the last set, grab a heavier weight. Let's see. Let's challenge yourself, okay? So here we go. We're going to do our sumo squats. Point our toes slightly out. That's the sumo piece of it. And sit back. Slow on the way down and quick up. And 2. Nice strong core, 3. And 4. 5. 2 more. And last one. Good job, good job. That was their sumo squats. We're going to do our standard lunges now. What's nice about in the Trainerized program is that you can look at each individual exercise video and you can take your own time. That's why I don't always do these live videos where I'm going back to back with the workouts, because I never want to speed somebody up. I also never want to hold somebody back. If they're like, okay, come on, be quiet, stop talking. I want you to be able to take your workout at whatever pace works best for you, okay? I used to go to a gym when I first started strength training, and it was all about lift heavier, go faster. And it really worried me because I saw a lot of injuries happening. It's kind of the opposite of what we need to do. We need to slow things down. We need to get proper form. We need to make sure we're doing that movement correctly before we start loading it up with weight. All right, that's what's going to prevent injuries. All right, so we are moving to our standard lunges. I'm going to grab a little heavier weight. Same with this guy. Okay, come on over, camera. I'm over here. Come on, you silly thing. Sorry about that. I'm going to physically move it for a sec. There we go. Okay, we're going to do those standard lunges. So let's put one foot in front of the other. And we're just going to go down and up. Take your time. Put those weights on either side of that working leg. And you can even bring this leg in farther. If you feel like you're putting too much weight on that back leg, bring that rear leg in a little closer. There's 4 and 5. 3 more. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, set your weights down for a second. Shake those legs out. If you struggle with these lunges, doing them standing up, you can always take them to, come on camera. You can always take them to a, I'm gonna just turn this off because that's annoying me. Okay, so you can always just find a bench. You can go on that one foot, just like I was saying, I want that one foot to work, but instead, you're gonna put the other foot right in front, and you're just gonna come down and up. Like that's gonna be working that other single leg, but you don't have to go up and down in that motion. It's a little bit easier on the knees if you prefer to do that. All right, let's finish out the other side of those standard lunges. Let's put that other foot forward and down. We're gonna go down and up. Keep breathing. There's 3 and 4, 5. Sorry about the sniffly nose. 7. And last one. Good, good, good. There's our standard lunge. We're moving on to our deadlift. I'm gonna take just a little second. All right, let's do our deadlift. Gonna go a little heavier on these guys because our legs are strong. So we can do a little heavier weights on them. So feet pointed forward, closer than shoulder width. Those weights are gonna peak the front of our legs. Roll those shoulders back, engage that core. And down. We're tapping the wall with our butt. Nice strong core. 4 more. 7. Last one. Beautiful. There's our deadlifts. We're gonna do our last wall squat. So I'm gonna just move you over this way so you can see me. 30 seconds. I got a little sweat going on. All right, take it down to the wall. Nice strong core. Push you back in. Tooch the booch, meaning move that pelvis in from a tilt to pulling it towards you, okay? It's gonna help you engage that core and protect that lower back. Whew. Nice deep breath. I like they're shaking a little bit. I feel like they're doing a little work. All right, there was 30 seconds. Very last exercise. We're gonna do those jump squats. Okay, you ready? We're gonna go down and up. 2, 3. Take them as slow as you want. 8, last 2. Good job. That was your lower body workout. Thanks for anybody that did it with me or that's watching it after the fact. Please let me know if you have any questions. Also, you can put a little note when you do this workout. Say done or finished or legs, whichever you want, whatever you want to put. Just give me a little comment that says that you finished the workout. So thanks so much for joining me, and y'all have a fantastic night. I got sweat. Woo-hoo. Take care. Talk to you soon.